Thank you for joining us on the newsroom. I'm Simisola Adigun. The Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) on Wednesday has directed that all religious and social gatherings be limited to 50% of the hall capacity. It also urged worship centers planning an elaborate New Year Eve crossover night to obey instituted authorities and adhere strictly to the recommended preventive measures and health guidelines on COVID-19. Speaking on the directive, Senior Special Assistant to the FCT Minister on Monitoring, Inspection and Enforcement, Atta Ikaro, said the surge in new cases of COVID-19 was alarming and that the FCT administration would continue to do everything necessary to have a healthy and prosperous capital city free from diseases and all manner of anti-human elements in 2022. Following threats by the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics to embark on a fresh round of industrial action following the non-implementation of its demands, the federal government has set up a committee to open fresh grounds for renegotiation with the union. The national president of the ASOP, Anderson Ezeibe, disclosed this in an interview with newsmen in Abuja on Wednesday. Ezeibe noted that a committee has also been set up to look into some of the outstanding demands, which include the issue of revitalization funds and the issue of salary scheme for polytechnic lecturers. The committee is expected to turn in its report in the first quarter of 2022. The Jigawa State government has enacted the child protection law that prescribes the death penalty for rapists without the option of life imprisonment. The Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General Musa Adamu disclosed this on Wednesday during an end-of-the-year press briefing in Dutse, the state capital. According to him, anyone convicted of raping a child below the age of 10 shall be sentenced to death with no other option. Adamu also noted that the problems associated with the delay in criminal litigation can be reduced by the proper use of technology. In COVID stories, Rivers and Bayelsa state governments have started the administration of COVID-19 vaccine booster doses to eligible persons in the state. The state immunization officer of the Rivers State Primary Healthcare Management Board, Joseph Orang, disclosed this development to journalists in Port Harcourt on Wednesday. Orang said persons who have already taken their first and second jabs of the AstraZeneca vaccine were qualified for a booster dose of the Pfizer vaccine in the state, while persons who had first had Moderna vaccine would need to take a second dose of the vaccine to be qualified for a booster shot. In business, the federal government's bond offer and allotment rose by 1.99 trillion naira in the first 6 months of this year to 13.66 trillion naira from the 11.67 trillion naira recorded in the corresponding period of last year. The Financial Markets Department of the Central Bank of Nigeria disclosed this in its half-year activity report for 2021. It attributed the rise to the government's drive to fund the fiscal deficit from the domestic market. The report also revealed that in the first half of 2021, there was no new issue of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Treasury bonds. Authorities in Sudan's North Darfur state have announced a night curfew after unidentified gunmen looted a World Food Programme WFP warehouse and facilities used by a former peacekeeping mission. In a statement on Wednesday, the United Nations said more than 1,700 tons of food meant to feed 730,000 vulnerable people for a month were looted from the warehouse in the capital, El Fasher, the previous night. Meanwhile, Darfur Governor Mini Minawi on social media denounced the barbaric act and said those responsible will face justice. In sports, Paris Saint-Germain attacker Kylian Mbappe has affirmed that he will not be joining Real Madrid in the January transfer window. As a result, Mbappe has been tipped to complete a cut price for a free transfer to the Bernabeu in 2022, but the forward has affirmed that he will be staying put over the winter. PSG's long-running contract talks with Mbappe are yet to lead to a breakthrough, although sporting director Leonardo has expressed optimism that the French international will remain in Paris. Mbappe has been a key player for PSG this season, scoring 9 times and providing 8 assists in League One. That's all at this time on the newsroom. Join us again for more updates. I'm Simisola Adigun.